Welcome back. We have a motion question here and it reads, a train starts moving from rest and accelerates uniformly at 8.5 meters per second squared until it attains a speed of 68 meters per second. Determine the distance traveled by the train and the time taken during this motion. Solution: the train starts moving from rest, so which means the initial velocity is 0 meters per second and it accelerates at 8.5 meters per second squared to attain a speed of 68 meters per second. So if 68 meters per second is the speed attained, that means it's the final speed or the final velocity, which is 68 meters per second. The question is asking us to calculate the distance and the time. So if we have initial velocity, acceleration, and final velocity, what formula do we need to use to find the distance s? We can use v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. If that is the case, v squared minus u squared is equal to 2as. To make s the subject of the formula, we divide both sides by 2a. This will cancel this. Therefore, s is equal to v squared minus u squared all over 2a. We can now substitute the values. So s is equal to the final velocity is 68. That will be squared minus the initial velocity is 0. So we square that. Divide by 2 multiplied by the acceleration is 8.5. So s is equal to 68 squared is 4624 minus 0 squared is 0 divided by 2 times 8.5 is 17. So s is equal to 4624 divided by 17. So s is equal to 4624 divided by 70 gives 272 meters as the distance s. So how do we find time? Well, we can use v is equal to u plus at. In that case, v minus u is equal to at. To make t the subject of the formula, we divide both sides by a. So, therefore, time is equal to v minus u divided by a. So if we should substitute the values, time is equal to the final velocity is 68 minus the initial velocity is 0 divided by the acceleration is 8.5. So time is equal to 68 minus 0 is 68 divided by 8.5. Therefore, time is equal to 68 divided by 8.5 is 8 seconds. We have another question here that reads, a body is moving at 20 meters per second, covers a distance of 38.4 meters in 3.2 seconds. Question A, was the body accelerating or decelerating? Justify by calculation. Question B reads, determine the final velocity attained by the body. Solution: the body is moving at 20 meters per second, so which means the initial velocity is 20 meters per second. U is equal to 20 meters per second. The distance traveled is 38.4 meters. S is equal to 38.4 meters, and the time traveled is 3.2 seconds. Time is equal to 3.2 seconds. So question A is asking us, is the body accelerating or decelerating? And question B is asking us to find the final velocity v. So if we should answer the question, first we need to know the acceleration. So if you have u, s, and t, how can you calculate the acceleration? Well, the formula to use is s is equal to ut plus half at squared. So substituting the values, s is 38.4 is equal to u is 20 multiplied by t is 3.2 plus half multiplied by acceleration, which we don't know, times the time is 3.2, that will be squared. So that will be 38.4 is equal to 20 times 3.2 is 64 plus half multiplied by a multiplied by 3.2 squared is 10.24. So 38.4 is equal to 64 plus half of 10.24 is 5.12. That is multiplied by a, so that will be 5.12a. So to collect like terms, we'll have 38.4 minus 64 is equal to 5.12a. 38.4 minus 64 is minus 25.6. That is equal to 5.12a. So if we want to find a, we divide both sides by 5.12. So this will cancel this. Therefore, acceleration is minus 5 meters per second squared. So because we have a negative value for acceleration, it means that the body is actually decelerating. Okay? The negative value indicates that the body is decelerating. Okay, so moving on to question B, it asks us to find v, that is the final velocity. So we can use v is equal to u plus at to find the final velocity. So the initial velocity is 20 plus the acceleration is minus 5 multiplied by the time is 3.2 seconds. So that will be 20 plus minus 5 times 3.2 gives minus 16. So therefore v is equal to 20 plus and minus is minus 16. So v is equal to 4 meters per second. Well, alternatively, I can use the formula v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as, and I'm expected to have the same answer. In that case, v squared is equal to u squared is 20 squared plus 2 multiplied by the acceleration is minus 5 times the distance is 38.4. So that will be 20 squared is 400 plus 2 times negative 5 times 38.4 is negative 384. So that will be 400 plus minus is minus 384. So 400 minus 384 is 16. So that is v squared. If I want to find v, that will be the square root of 16. So v is equal to 4 meters per second. We have another problem here, and it reads, a train is moving at 270 kilometers per hour, finally reaches a station where it uniformly comes to rest. If the time taken during this journey is 12 seconds, determine the distance traveled by the train. Solution: the train is moving at 270 kilometers per hour, so that means the initial velocity is 270 kilometers per hour. It finally comes to rest means that the final velocity will be 0 meters per second automatically, and the time taken is 12 seconds. Okay, so t is 12 seconds. So the first thing I need to do is to convert this velocity in kilometers per hour to meters per second. Okay, so I know that the speed or the velocity in meters per second is equal to the speed or the velocity in kilometers per hour multiplied by 1000, then divided by 3600. So that is going to be 270 times 1000 divided by 3600. That is 75 meters per second. Okay, now we have the initial velocity, we have the final velocity, we have the time. So we want to find the distance s, which we don't know. So in a question where the acceleration is not given, if you are actually having difficulties in reaching to your answer, see if there is any possible way of determining the acceleration. And after calculating the acceleration, most likely you'll be able to answer the question, because most of the equations of motion do have acceleration. Okay, I know that acceleration is equal to the final velocity minus the initial velocity divided by the time. So the final velocity is 0 because the body comes to rest, minus the initial velocity is 75 meters per second, divided by the time is 12 seconds. So therefore the acceleration is minus 75 divided by 12. So acceleration will be minus 6.25 meters per second squared. So which means the body was actually decelerating. Okay, and it was even clear because the body was initially moving at 75 meters per second, then it comes to rest. So if a body is coming to rest, it means that it is actually reducing its speed or velocity gradually to come to rest. All right, so that is why the acceleration will be a negative value. So it is a deceleration. All right, so with this, will we be able to find the distance? We can. If we want, we can use v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. If I want to make s the subject of the formula, I would say v squared minus u squared is equal to 2as. To make s the subject of the formula, we divide both sides by 2a. All right, so therefore s is equal to v squared minus u squared all over 2a. So let's substitute the values. The final velocity is 0, so that will be 0 squared minus the initial velocity is 75. That will be squared all over 2 into the acceleration is negative 6.25. It is a deceleration. All right. So that will be 0 squared is 0 minus 75 squared is 5625 all over 2 times minus 6.25 is minus 12.5. So that will be minus 5625 all over minus 12.5. So the negative signs will cancel. That is 5625 divided by 12.5. And the answer is 450 meters. Okay, so alternatively we can use S is equal to UT plus half AT squared, and we are expected to have the same answer. The initial velocity is 75 multiplied by the time is 12 seconds plus half multiplied by the acceleration is minus 6.25 multiplied by the time, then square it. So what are we going to have? 75 times 12 is 900 plus half multiplied by minus 6.25 multiplied by 12 square is 144. So we're going to have 900 plus, so 2 into 144 is 72 times. All right, so we're going to have 1 times minus 6.25 times 72. That will be minus 450. So we're going to have 900 minus 450, and that will give us 450 meters. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share it.